It's very clear for all of you guys. So who will take your classes? Now we move further in the Python introduction. So first of all, we will go through what is Python and how many other languages are available already in the industries, and what is the position of the Python in the industry in right now. So with the help of this pictorial diagram, you can easily understand 30% of the market is capturing by the Python programming language. And this is the first programming language, means the top programming language in the industry, and the second top programming language is the Java. Few years ago, Java was the main programming language using in the industry. All the bigger companies are using Java as a programming language in their project. But now from last 4 to 5 years, Python is regularly increasing. Now from 4 years, it's becoming the first and top programming language. Still it's available, and slowly it's increasing more also. So one question arises in our mind: why Python become the first programming language? What is the reason? We should know these reasons. So why, from starting our life, day-to-day life, means when we woke up in the morning, when we are going for the sleep, this is our complete life cycle. When we are woke up, many persons are using alarm in our mobile. Initially, we are taking the clock, so we need to set the alarm there. According to this, we are woke up in the morning. But nowadays, no one is using this thing. We all are setting our alarm in our mobile. What the type of mobile? Either it's a keypad mobile, either it's a smartwatch, a smart mobile. Fine. So in the morning, when we are setting our alarm in the mobile, means the mobile is coming. How the mobile is working? With the help of internet, we are using these things. When the mobile companies launching the mobile in the industry, means for the person we need to purchase the mobile. Before this, when it is going in the development phase, at the time programming is also playing many roles there. The software is running in the mobile. That software is a different, that is the Android version that is developed in the Java programming language. Now the hardware tools that is using in the mobile, we need to use the mobile. So that hardware tool is testing by the Python also. The software what is developed in the Java language, we are doing the testing also. This software, it's working proper or not. With the help of this software, hardware is working proper or not, we are writing the script in the Python. Why I know these things? Because I have also experience with the Meta. One project was there. I was a team member of that project. So Meta has launched the smartwatch there in the USA. With the smartwatch helping, they are doing a lot of stuff there. So we are doing the testing of that smartwatch using the Python programming language, where the Meta has already developed 2 and 3 different libraries that is not available in the general market. Like one library was the Skywalker, one was the Yoda. We are using these 2 libraries for testing of the smartwatch. So how we are doing these things? So we are doing the testing flight mode. We are doing the on or off from our Python code. We are picking any number. We are calling from that particular smartwatch to any other number using the Python script. We are rebooting the mobile or a smartwatch using the Python script. These all things how execute, because every day what the things we are using in the parallel, those companies are doing the testing every day. This is the first example I am giving. I will give the second example also. In the first example, like we are using the mobile or smartwatch. In mobile also some software is already going. That software is working proper or not. The test is also going by the companies. These things we have written in Python script. So Python is the best programming language for the automation part, for the automation testing, for the automation testing of the software, for the automation testing of the hardware. So for this, what we are doing the setup of virtually everything on the cloud. After that, we need to write the script in our local system or either directly on the server. When you are working with a bigger organization, you will not have any permission to write your code anything in your local system. You need to do everything on the server. For this, they will give you separate server configuration like cloud top or virtual server, anything. After then, you need to configure the things according to your requirement. Then you need to write the code there. These all codes are already writing. These are all on server, not on your local system. So after then the writing the code, doing the setup, the environment on the server, we are running our script. So initially what happening, we are running our script manually. Now manual things are not going there. Everything is automated. For writing the code, after that we are pushing on the GitHub. The GitHub is and Bitbucket is openly available. GitLab is openly available for the normal in the industry. But the bigger organization is they are using their own GitHub. Like I'm working in Google here. Google GitHub is separated. That is not available in the normal. That is only for the Google developer. Like same thing doing by the Meta also. Like same thing doing by the Microsoft also. They have a separate there all the things. Like CI/CD tool. After that we have written the code there. We have already pushed on the Git. And after then we need to execute this code also. This is also not manually now. Now these things are done by the CI/CD tools. Means we should have idea about Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, and Ansible, and some more are already available. So means we need to only write the script. After that, we need to deploy the code there, and then automatically it will execute and automatically it will be test there. Then it will create the report. It will send the report on a particular email or any other location we need to save. These all things are doing by the Python. Like when we are doing the streaming, when we are going for the watching the movies or any other things in the Netflix, they are also using the Python coding for the streaming purpose. Google is using for many things Python for the development purpose. In AI, Python is playing very vital role. In the web development, Python is playing very vital role. These all things I have already put it here in the sheet. One by one we will go. So these are overall things I have explained you. With the help of this, you can understand what is the use of the Python in the industry. It will clear in your mind. Now we need to move further. The second slide. So here, what is the available? This is the most demand programming languages. With the help of this sheet, this presentation, we can understand how many languages are available. These are few languages I have mentioned here. A lot of more languages are already available in the market. So these are the top languages I have mentioned here: Python, JavaScript, Java. So Python is playing the role in the automation side, in the web development side, in the database side, when we want to extract the data, in the data visualization side, data extraction side, all the things Python we are using. But in mobile industry, Python is not useful. Mobile industry, Java is useful. If we want to make our career in Android or iOS, another programming language we need to learn. If we want to go in Android, then we should know about the Java. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So with the help of this thing, we can understand Python is the top programming language, Java is the second. So both has a different role in the industry. When we want to go with the Android side, in the mobile industry, then we should know and then we should learn Java. Then when we should go with the other field like web development, automation industry, robotics programming, and AI field, then Python is very useful. Okay. After then, JavaScript. Nowadays, JavaScript is a very
ऐसा क्लास करे में तो मजा ही आ गया.
Nowadays, JavaScript is also very important in the industry. Why it is very important? In other field, JavaScript is the top programming languages for the UI side. What is the meaning of the UI? We should know who has the background from the programming language. One second, sorry, my father is calling. Yeah. So in the JavaScript, when we are coming in the UI side, in the UI part, Java is playing very vital role in the industry. From starting, it's a number one in the GUI side. When we are going with any web-based application right now, initially it was only developing in the HTML and JavaScript, HTML and CSS. After then it has come the JavaScript. So the difference is between these two things. When in starting around 10 years ago, when we are doing anything on the web, when we click on any button, anything, the whole page is refreshing. So it will take few minutes, few seconds, according to the internet speed, according to the where the website is hosted. These all things are depending. It is taking the time. Nowadays, you can see in which particular position, particular place, if you are clicking on that one, only that things are refreshing. This is the power of the JavaScript. Nowadays, very high in demand in the market, React.js. React.js is the front-end technology. With the help of this, we are preparing the GUI part, means the visualized part, but the thing the user is able to see on the screen, that is the GUI part. These are developing using the JavaScript. All the companies are very huge requirement always in the industry in JavaScript. Like Google has always requirement in the JavaScript. If you are a core JavaScript developer, you will get a job very easily in the market, very handsome package. But JavaScript also very vast. They are not small things. We need to go directly there. We should have a very good experience with JavaScript oops part also. Like React.js using developed by the JavaScript, Node.js using in the JavaScript, AngularJS using in the JavaScript, Vue.js is including the Java. These all things are very high in demand in the market. Maybe in the future, coming future, some other technology will be also available. But the core JavaScript, core Java, and core Python always required in the market. And here C++ also like hardware programming means when we are moving our mouse in our system, how it's moving the cursor there. These all things are developed in C++ and C programming. So every language has a different role in the industry. These things are very important to understand. But in this comparison of these all things, Python is playing the topmost programming languages in the industry. Means very huge requirement, very huge good salary, good opportunities, good future. It's available with the Python. Why? We'll go in the further slides. Now, Python position in industry. Now you can see who has working experience in the IT industry. They know very well about Stack Overflow. This is a website where developer is going and searching their issues, posting their issues, and providing the solution there of the issues also. This is the top most popular websites in all over the world, where they have always, every year they are doing the survey there, which languages we have received more query, more answer, that is the number one in Python. Initially it was JavaScript, now it's Python. Python is the number one programming language that is searching in the Stack Overflow. So this is very important to understand. So Python is still very number one programming language given by report by the Stack Overflow. If we go in the further for the research field, means those are doing the PhD in the industry, either in any field, in computer science, electronic and communication, either in other development tool also. The Python is the first and topmost demand programming language they are doing for the research purpose. And that is the report is given by the IEEE. This is very important for all of us who is doing the PhD. And but here one thing important to learn. If anyone is doing the research in the Android field, means the mobile industry, they should know the Java, not need the Python. They should know the Java. If other field we are going web or desktop or other hardware, these are icon is for the hardware. So hardware things of the research, then we need to know Python. Now, this is also very important. If we are going with any technology, we should be aware about these things. What is the future of these things? So this is also given the report by the Stack Overflow. The future of the Python is very good. In the next 5 to 10 years, there is no any option will go down. It will be increased very fast also. So it will capture, because now I think many have already listened about ChatGPT. ChatGPT, they have launched one company. They have started in 2015. They have launched in 2022 in November, December. They have launched, and very soon they have. It's very popular. What they are doing there, they are doing the same thing there. They have implemented the AI field, artificial intelligence field, in their chat bot. We need to write there the question there, automatically they are providing a very good answer. But still, it's going it's in a growing phase. They have used the Python language there also for the AI part. So if we are aware about, if we are thinking about our future, Python is a very important. Python has a very good position in the next future also. Now the thing is very important. If we learn the Python, in which field Python is implementing. So Python is using in web development, machine learning, data science, computer vision, IoT, Internet of Things, game development, robotics programming, automation industry, and research field. These all fields Python is using. Now, if we go in a more deeper, we should know about, if we want to go in this field, only with the help of Python, you can't get any job. You always remember this thing. Python is a programming language. We should know this language. After that, we should have experience or knowledge of the libraries that is developed in the Python. With the help of that library, that framework, we can work in the industry. So if we are thinking to make our future in web development, then we should have idea about, including the Python, we should go the framework of Django or Flask. These all are the framework. In these all framework, Django is the top one framework in the industry. Flask is the second framework in the industry. Both have a different role. So in the Django, I have exposure with the Django also. I have exposure with the Flask also. But I have not worked with the Web2 and Pyramid, Bottle. These things I have not used. So I have used Django and Flask. So we should know why Django and why Flask. Django means, when we are thinking about web development, means this has also a very good admin part. Like if we are thinking about application like e-commerce, Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, and any other. So the admin is a very important there. The school or college, university portal, admin is a very important there. And the other job portal also, admin is a very important there. So what the thing is there, if we want to make our website very advanced admin in a very easy way, that Django is a very good framework for that type of application. These framework also depend on requirement of the project. According to the projects, basically we decide which framework is useful. When we want go with the very advanced admin, a lot of already predefined library we need to use in our application. We need to use some restrict rule there that is given by the Django. We will prefer the Django. It's a heavy framework, not lightweight framework. But many things are available in Django. So if we want to using the REST API also, at the time Django is useful also. DRF is available, Django REST framework, that is using with the help of this, we can create the REST APIs. And in Flask, basically when we don't want to give too much heavy, if we want to create only the APIs for the AI field. So when we are working in the AI, if we want to make API, at the time we are using Flask, at the time we are not using Django. With the machine learning, we are using Flask. With the data science, we are using Flask for creating the APIs. What is API? API is the application programming interface. With the help of this concept, we will do the interaction between two different servers. What is server? We'll explain later also. So everything, if I told during the class, I will explain those things also. So this, if we want to make our career in web development, the Django and Flask is very important. Now, if we want to learn machine learning, and if we want to go make our future in a machine learning, then we should know these libraries also, including the Python, scikit-learn, TensorFlow, NiLearn, MLPy. A lot of libraries are more available already here. If we want to go in data science, then we should know NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, Matplotlib. Many more are also available. So according to our requirement, according to our future, what the things, what in which field we want to go, we need to learn. But the code is a Python. Without Python, you can't go in any field. Using the Python programming language, you can go. With first, we should understand about the Python. We should have a good idea about the Python OOPS concept and the core Python, advanced Python. Then we should know some libraries. After then, you will get the job. If we go in computer vision, these are libraries are already available like Matplotlib, MATLAB, Python, TensorFlow. These are below, and these are already available for the computer vision. These all things you will understand later, not right now. But only I am explaining these. In this field, we can go using the Python. Like here, Internet of Things is very important, very hot right now in the industry. Why? Because when we are going with the autonomous car, robotics programming, these all things are done with the help of Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a CPU, and the API also available there. CPU, that is the smallest CPU in the world. You should know about these things. Just you go and Google about this Raspberry Pi. What is Raspberry Pi in the YouTube also? Then you can see this is the smallest CPU in all over the world. Then we go further like game development. There are Pygame, PyCara, PyClip. A lot of libraries, more libraries are already available when we want to develop any game. Now, if we go there in the jobs. So if we want to make our career, if we want to get job in Python development field, then we should know about Django and Flask. This is the framework. Python big data part, if you want to go, then you should have idea about Hadoop, Spark, Kafka, these type of things. In data science, if you want to go, then ML, machine learning libraries and statistics, you should have idea. In machine learning engineer, if you want to become one, you need to idea about the Python and ML libraries. AI developer, if you want to become, the ML libraries, ANN, artificial neural network, natural language process, many things we need to know. If you want to go in automation fields, then you should have idea about testing field, Selenium library we need to know, robot framework we need to know. If you want to make your career in DevOps engineer, then you should know some the Python. After then you need to go in CI/CD tools. In CI/CD tool, we should know about Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Ansible, and many other libraries are also available. Now we move further. This is very important for all of us. Why we are learning? Of course, we are learning for the salary. We want to make our future bright. So here, very important thing that here the always software engineer, software developer divided into three categories. One is the entry level. Second one is a middle level. Third one is experienced person. So if we are going with the help of Python as an entry level, these are not hard and fast rules. This yearly you will get this salary. This salary depend. It will be a some lower also, some higher also. It depends on our background and on our experience. On our background means if we are coming from the computer background, means we have a lot of idea about the database, the operating system, C and data structure. These things are very important to make future in the computer field. If any person is coming in computer field without computer background, at the time, of course, they will face the issues. Then they should spend the time in comparison. If the computer field persons are spending 1 hour, 2 hour to learning, then they should spend 3 hour or 4 hour, just hour of the times in the starting 6 months or 1 year. After that, they will be equal there also, because industry is thing oriented. If you are working in Python, then you should know the Python. If you are working in the Python in a small session automation, then you should know that part. At the time of changing the job, we should know a lot of things. When we are doing the job, only simple particular thing we should know. So here, if we are going as an entry level developer in a Python field, in the Python as a Python developer, some roles are also in a different jobs. I have already mentioned in the next slide. So in the entry level Python developer, generally they will get the 4 lakh package, annual package. It depends on from where you are coming also, from which college you have done. You have gotten the college campus or not. Directly you are going in the company. These all things matters. But this is the average salary what is given here. Like less than 1 year or 1 year experience, 4 lakh, middle of this one, 10 lakh, more than that, then the 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 50 lakh. Now there is no any value. Now if we move further here, so like here mentioned entry level, mid level and experience level. After then the salary based on job role. This is also very important. If we are making our future in data science, of course, this is a very high salary you will get in entry level also. But including this also, it is not easy to get the job in data scientist as a fresher level. Who will get the job easily in the data science? Who has a background from the PhD? Who though are doing the PhD in a computer field, they will get job in AI very easily, because that both are related here. If we are not from the computer background, if we are not from the PhD background, if we are only from the development background, then you will get a problem. Then you will not get easily job in this field. Then you should have a very good exposure with the Python and Python library, including you should go with some demo project like POC type of thing, or either you need to take some project from Kaggle, that is for the AI project. The global resources are already available there. Then you need to take the few projects from Kaggle, and after that you have done there, you have implemented there, then you should explain very well in a deeper way, then you will get the job. But from the PhD background, they will get the easy job in data science. And for others, in comparison, it's the tough, 50% more tough for all of us. So same thing for the machine learning also. But in the Python development, from the any background, they can easily get the job in the Python development field. And the DevOps, again, it's some tough in the comparison with the Python developer is the entry level in the Python field. If any person want to make his career in Python, then they will try to development in the Python software developer or Python web developer. Software developer means in a different role, automation parts are coming in the software. Development parts coming in the web development field. So with the help of this, you can understand. So the entry level, if we have not any background from the computer field, if we have only background from the programming field, then is very useful for our Python web developer and Python software. If we have already 3 years, 4 years experience in the development field, then we can focus in data science and machine learning, because at the time you should have knowledge of the Python in a very good. If we want to make our future in a DevOps, then if you have already working in experience with the programming language, it will give you help in the DevOps field. So Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Jenkins, these all things will be very easy to understand, because during the working in the development field, either as a Python software developer, either as a Python web developer, you have already exposure with the Linux environment, you have already exposure with the cloud environment, you have already exposure with the Git, you have already exposure with the Kubernetes, Docker, basic part you already go. Then it is very easy to go in that and doing the job in DevOps. And if you have a computer background, programming language, then your salary will be more there also. Now we go here industry wise. Here in industry wise also the salary will be different. Why? Because like if we are working in the banking domain or finance and bank, then you will get a very handsome salary. After the energy, bioinformatics and pharmaceutical companies, insurance and accounting, travel and tourism, healthcare, marketing. These all things are going government and education field all. In all the fields, right now, the Python is using on. If we last go here in city wise also, the salary will be different. If you are working, if you want to take as a job in a fresher level, Bangalore is the best place for a fresher guys who want to make their career in the IT field as an internship, as a fresher hire. Bangalore, there are giving a lot of opportunities. But in Bangalore also, the expense will be more in comparison with the Hyderabad or in Delhi. And not anything, Bangalore is a more expensive right now. I'm already living. I have already lived in Hyderabad around 3 years. I have already lived in Delhi from last 20 years. So I know the requirement in the Hyderabad and what the expense you need to do there, what the requirement in Bangalore, what the thing you need to do the expense here. In Hyderabad and Bangalore and Delhi, Bangalore is the more costly, but the job opportunity is available very huge here for the fresher, for the internship, for the experienced guy also. All the bigger companies are available in Bangalore. Everyday job is coming here. You can switch and you can do anything here. For the fresher, Bangalore is the best place for getting the jobs. So with the help of this, I think many question is already clear in your mind. Now our one thing I need to explain what the syllabus we need to cover in this session in our classes. I just explain. And after then your session will be a start for the QA session. Okay, so now I explain the only the syllabus very fast. So first of all, we will go through this core and advanced Python with a NoSQL database. I will use the MongoDB, and I have divided these things Python complete syllabus into two parts. One is a core Python and one is advanced Python. In a core part Python, what we can do: introduction, basic Python syntax. These all syllabus. This syllabus what I have mentioned here, I have prepared those who are new in the programming, those who are new in the Python, those who are from the computer background, those who are not from the computer background. I will start from the scratch. If the student is eager to learn, dedicated, and trying to spend their time, they will learn very easily. And what the task I will give assignment, if they will do, they will catch very easily. So I have prepared the syllabus according to industrial point of view. So first one is introduction, basic Python syntax, string handling. After then, one second. After then here looping statement, control statement, corrections, then function. These are the part of the core Python. Now we are going in the advanced Python. What the thing we will cover in advanced Python? So modules, packages, file handling, OOPS concept, classes and objects, inheritance and polymorphism, abstract class and interface, exception handling, regular expression, threading, database connectivity. So when we will come in database connectivity, if anyone has no idea about the database, I will explain database also. So first of all, we will go with the MySQL. So I will, in MySQL, what the thing we are doing inside of that, the 4 parts we are doing there, I will explain these queries also. After then we will install MySQL. Then we will do the connectivity from our Python to MySQL. Then we store the data in MySQL using the Python. Then we get the data, list the data, edit and update and delete the data. These are all parts we will do. During this course, we will do few projects also. One project basic using the Python, we will go with the MySQL. Another one we will go with the MongoDB, that is the NoSQL part. Here I will explain what is the difference between RDBMS and NoSQL. Nowadays, NoSQL is very important in the industry because when we are coming in the raw, huge data, because nowadays data are in terabytes. That is not possible to store in MySQL and RDBMS. At the time we are using NoSQL. Here unstructured data we are storing, then we need to convert in the structured format, then we need to use like NoSQL, MongoDB, CouchDB, Cassandra. A lot of NoSQLs are available in the industry. In that one, MongoDB, CouchDB, and Cassandra is very popular. MongoDB is a very easy one to understand, learn. So I have mentioned here for you. So we will do one project with the MySQL. We will do one project with the MongoDB. Then we will go with the Python XML and JSON parser. Then we will learn Python library. These libraries will be helpful for you in data science in ML field, NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. After then, if anyone want to make their career in the web development, then HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery is very important. I will go through these things also. Now, if you want to go after then in development also, then I will explain here the Django also. We will create a small project in Django also. Who want to know about the GitHub? So first of all, we will create our code in our local system. After then, we will create account in GitHub. Then we need to push there directly. We can deployment from there in the cloud also. In the cloud part, we will go with the AWS introduction part and all the Lambda, Route 53, these all services. Then we create the instance there. Then how to connect cloud from our Python code, from Putty, from FileZilla. These all are the tools that is available to connecting the cloud. We will go through these things. Then we will go through the GCP because why I have given these things here. I will explain you after this one. GCP I have mentioned here, Google Cloud Platform. So we will understand how to create the Google Cloud, GCP instance there, libraries, connect the GCP using the Putty there also. Our last syllabus chapter is the software and testing and automation. Here we will go with the basic software testing understanding. Then we will do the automation using the Python. In this one, we will learn the Linux operating system also, connecting the GCP and other stuff we will do here also. Now, why I have mentioned here. For example, if I have a requirement in our company, so we have mentioned many things. At the time of shortlisting the domain, shortlisting the resume, I check these GCPs they have mentioned in their resume or not. They have mentioned that they AWS or not. At the time, we are not asking in a deeper way from the GCP and AWS. We are asking only what is GCP, why we use GCP, what is the difference between GCP and AWS, why we are preferring the GCP. These type of basic question we are asking. But for the shortlisting, these things should be mentioned in the resume. If anyone right now, I have requirement for the automation side and the cloud side and the CI/CD tool. First of all, when I shortlist the resume, I go and check GCP they have mentioned or not, AWS they have mentioned or not, cloud they have mentioned or not. If they have not mentioned, then I am rejecting that resume. It means they have not any idea. If you have only mentioned GCP and AWS, then we will consider, okay, he has some basic idea. At the time, if you have mentioned anything in your resume, you should have basic idea about that thing. You should explain, you should tell about 5 to 10 minutes about these technologies. Then we will consider, okay, he has idea, means he will, when we will give some task, at the time we will give the training also, then they can do. So this is very important for all of you to understand. Like same part in the software and testing part, we need to mention something, but not all the things in our resume. According to the JD, we need to prepare our resume. This is very important. So hopefully with the help of this, you all guys understand a lot of things. Now the QA session is started. If you have any question, you can ask. Now the time has started, fine. And what the things you have mentioned in chat, now I will not go through the chat point, just you can ask verbally here. You can unmute yourself, you can ask the question.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,
sir, what is this Anaconda in Python?
Anaconda is basically an environment when we are going to work with the AI field. What happening we are doing there now? We don't need to go with the Jupyter notebook or either PyCharm or either any other. So right now only we need to use. I show you also, so it will be very easy for you to understand. This is very helpful for doing the coding there and for doing the testing also. In the meantime, we can do a lot of code there, a lot of testing there also. So Jupyter is playing the role during the development of the programming, what we are doing there. We can do a lot of things here. So now you can see here, we can write the code here. If anything we need to, these are all questions I am asking, okay, from the student. So here it is very helpful and very useful when we are preparing for our interview. We don't need to open the PyCharm. We don't need to open and write the code and execute it. Automatically, we need to write their code. We need to control enter. Automatically, it will execute and it will print the output here. So this is called Anaconda. Is a overall library, overall software name where a lot of small softwares are already available there. Like
so Jupyter